So now we're dragging this orange netting that you find by roadworks in front of him. See there, it's touching his feet. He's standing still on a slack rein. There it is going up over his fetlock. And he stood still on a nice slack rein. He's only wearing a snaffle. Got both rings joined up. And you can see it's up over his legs. So although you might find that your horse is used to seeing this orange netting at the side of the road, not very often that they have to walk over it. But the other day I was downtown and a whole piece of it blew over in front of the horse and he had to step over it. So the reason we lay it on the floor is just to show you that if anything like that did happen, the horse will walk over it calmly and quietly without making a fuss. You can see there his head's nearly on the sign. The reason we crease them in the middle is so that they flap about in the breeze a bit more. You know, and then you get the red side and the white side, just to make it a little bit more frightening. You can see he's not paying any attention. There we go. Putting his nose on it there. Not bothered. You can see there he's just touching it with his nose.
Walk on. Come on. Come on, Trot. Come back. Come around.
Right, what we're doing now is just putting the plastic bag over his head and everything. You can see he stood there, he's got his leg at rest. His leg's still at rest. Up between his legs. You can see his chain's loose as well, so he's not pulling against the wall. Up under his tail, and he's going to snatch it out now. Now this is Fletcher. He's been with us now for about 2 years.
Alright.
And he's done a lot of work with this horse, although Barry's been in charge of him and has done quite a lot of the work as well. You can see, there we go, plastic bag over his head and his chain. Just go around there to show you that he's not, you see how loose it is, he's not pulling back, and his leg's at rest. And now I'm going to get Fletcher to pull it off his head. And there we are.
Steady boy. Steady boy.
You can see, even after having the bit of steel dropped down beside him, his leg's still at rest. He's not pulling on his chain, just stood there nice and quiet.
That's it.
Right, what we're doing now, obviously these horses are going to be put under a lot of pressure. You know, you never know when you're going to ask them to stand still if they get caught up in a hazard. So we've got Fletcher going underneath his belly. Obviously we wouldn't be doing this if we weren't 100% sure of the horse, because we're not going to put Fletcher at any risk, and we wouldn't advise doing this at home, but we've got to know that these horses, you know, are 150% in any given situation. So doing that just shows if he did get anything caught up and it brushed under his belly, he's not going to move, he's going to stand still. So you can see the horse isn't puffing and blowing, you know, he hasn't been driven for miles, so he could still dance about if he wanted to.
Oi, 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 oi.
So I don't think we do this to, you know, be clever or to say, look what we can do. Everything we do here with the horses is done for a reason. And it, you know, Barry remembers when he was at driving trials quite a few years ago, you know, somebody got caught up under the horse and the horse panicked and, you know, really hurt the lad who was stuck underneath him. So, you know, that's why any horse that comes here, we do train them to stand still. You know, you can see Fletcher there just making a noise under his belly, so he knows that something's there, you know, he knows it's a human underneath him, and clapping his hands, and the horse just stands still when he's told. Right, what we're going to do now, Fletcher's going to drop the shafts on the ground, and the reason we do this is because if you did it accidentally, you know, if you slipped or something, or say that you know, the tug broke while you were taking him out or putting him to, he's not going to panic by having the shafts fall down by his legs.